Alright guys, so today is July 18th, or July? How did I get back to July? Okay, it's September. Let's get in the right month here. September 18th. It is a Sunday, if you couldn't tell by the fact that I am car vlogging. Yes, I am car vlogging once again. I usually only car vlog on Sundays because it's usually the only time that I'm like in the car that I remember to vlog, or we're not like, yeah, usually if I'm in a car and I have the ability to vlog, it's usually on Sunday because I'm waiting on my mom so we can go to church. But other than that, I usually vlog. You'll see outside the car, either in stores. I'm trying to vlog in public more, but I'm not as open about it in stores because I don't know, people fuss at me for having a camera. But yeah, so my dad's coming out, so hopefully that means my mom's coming. But I have a wedding later on today, so I'm going to try and vlog some of that. And until then, I'll catch you guys later. Alright, so, excuse that little face. I just filmed a little something, and then my camera decided to shut off just so it could tell me that there wasn't any internet. Like, if I cared about there being internet, I would have tried to look for it, or I would have tried to sign into one. Anyway, I was just saying how I have this purple ensemble going on with like a purple blue up here because we're going to a friend of ours' wedding and we're about 5 minutes away. We had to stop into CVS really quick. Just my mom waited till like the last minute to get a wedding card, so we have to get a wedding card. But she also just like about a minute ago put a giant hole in her stocking, so she had to go in and buy some of those. So I'm just out here in the car chilling. I did a lane parking job. People probably driving behind me probably saying, what the heck, girl? But if I was planning on going into the CVS, I would have parked better. But because I wasn't planning on going in, and I thought originally it was just going to be my dad, I just kind of left it. So I figured if need be, I can pull it out and put it somewhere else if I have to. We're on the way to the wedding. I'm not sure how much of it I will actually be able to vlog. It'll probably just mainly be pictures. I'm feeling, I don't know though, I said that about my Kentucky trip, that it would probably just be a lot more pictures than vlogging, but I actually got a decent amount of vlogging, a lot more than I thought I was gonna get. But we'll see. I definitely probably won't get any vlogging of the actual ceremony, specifically because I just think it's rude to take your phone out during the ceremony and take pictures. I feel like the only one who should be taking pictures of like the ceremony is like the paid photographer, or if like a friend of yours asks, hey, can I be like do a little bit of free photography on the side or something like that. But everybody else who are just guests, I feel like it's rude if you're just pulling out your camera and like taking pictures or taking videos of things and you're like supposed to be paying attention. So it probably won't be anything of the ceremony. I might be able to get some beforehand pictures since we're going to be there close to an hour early. So hopefully I'll get some before pictures, but if not, then I'll definitely try to get some of the reception, try and get some pictures and maybe a little vlogging in of the reception. I'm pretty sure I can get some pictures of like cake or like decor and stuff like that. But yeah, probably nothing from the ceremony, just because like I said, I feel it's kind of rude to do that at somebody's wedding, even though you are paying attention, because you have to pay attention to kind of know if you're actually getting it on camera. I feel like it's better to just live in the moment of the ceremony, and then you can kind of relive it through pictures and like videoing of the reception. And I think because the reception is more when people take pictures and people taking videos, so everybody's kind of doing it and just hanging out and chit-chatting, so that's like the time that you're supposed to do all that stuff. But when you're in the ceremony, I feel like you should just, because you kind of miss out if you're like too busy trying to fix a camera, trying to get a vlog going or pictures going, and you're not supposed to be doing the pictures because you're the guest. I kind of feel like it takes a little bit away from the moment. So just explain all that. It'll just probably be the reception and everything. Because like with other weddings and things I've been to, I've only gotten pictures of the reception simply because I didn't want to, don't want to be taking pictures and videos during the ceremony, because I wanted to be there, especially for my brothers. I wanted to be in the moment and just be able to like see everything. Even though some of the pictures would have been really neat to see, and I didn't actually get anything from the photographer. I was kind of upset because we didn't get to see any of the pictures, and I don't even know if Ethan and Meriwether have all that many pictures. But there were like some cool shots that I would have loved to have seen that I didn't get to see. So other than that though, it's not a huge deal. Because push come to shove, you can just, like I said, relive it through the reception, or you can ask somebody for them if you are desperate. Sorry, I'm looking over here. I can't tell if my parents are coming out or not, so I'm looking to see if they're coming and if we can get going or not. So sorry if I keep looking at the camera, or at the window, the camera, that out there. Okay, that's really light, so you can't really see anything. But over there's the window. But I'm really loving this look. I did a full face today-ish. I didn't do like bronzer or highlight or anything like that. I didn't even do mascara for real. So I guess I kind of did a demi full face, because I did foundation and powder, eyeliner, eyeshadow, and lipstick. I didn't do mascara. I didn't do blush, bronzer, highlighter. I feel like bronzer, highlighter, and blush are kind of optional things though, that you don't really need. I feel like the main things that you need to call it full face is like the foundation, a concealer, which I don't have. I've never bought a concealer. Maybe I should buy one, but I've never bought a concealer. Like a powder to put on top to do that, eyeliner, eyeshadow, maybe mascara. I don't feel like people can tell when I'm wearing mascara, so that's why I'm not overly concerned. But you can definitely tell when I'm wearing eyeliner and lipstick and stuff like that. So I think those are like the essential things. I think bronzer and highlight and blush is just kind of a little add to make it even more cutesy and a little more glam, but it's not really like necessary to call it full face. But I don't have a concealer, like I said, so I don't know if I want to buy it. Concealers can be makeup can be expensive, and I don't wear it enough. If I were one of those people that wore it like all the time, like legitimately wore it like all the time, every day, something like that, maybe then I could see myself like investing in a really good concealer or really good foundation or something like that. But I don't wear it often enough. So, but yeah, I uploaded a college versus university. Is there a difference video, or what's the difference video a couple of days ago. I filmed the parts to a new video that I should be getting out this week, because I'm kind of behind on videos. Because I think I explained in a previous vlog or in previous clips to a vlog. I don't think it's up yet. So it's still a part of a vlog that I still need to put together, which I don't think I will put with this one. I think this one will be a new vlog because it's Sunday, and I'll edit that one and make it a different vlog. But I think I told in that vlog that I couldn't get my clips to like my phone. When I attach it to the computer, it doesn't always attach itself in a way that you can upload files. So it takes some time. So I think I explained how that was kind of hindering it. But I did film for another video, and it's going to be what to do when you're bored and ways to entertain yourself and pass time. So yeah, so be looking out for those two. And my parents are back. They're walking over now. So I'm going to sign out with you guys and hopefully get some really cool shots of the reception and some pictures. So see you guys.
hasn't always worked out too well. But thanks to our mutual love of Legos, we quickly grew fast friends. And we also bonded over our love of beating the opposition, which was mainly our little siblings that captured the flag. But then just as we were getting to be really close friends and I was kind of starting to be a little cooler, the thing went and moved on me. And it was only about an hour away, which doesn't seem that far, but when you're that age, 10, you can't really drive. And it's not like we were going to talk on the phone because that's not cool. Guys don't do that. So we were like, oh man, our friendship's doomed and I'll never be cool. So that was a bummer. But then, luckily, this guy invented Facebook and we were like, oh, maybe we can use this to reconnect. And so we quickly reconnected and then our luck got even better and the thing moved back to Fredericksburg. It was just a few minutes away. And I was like, hey, maybe I'll be cool again. There's a chance. So then, when Nathaniel started shopping at Target all the time, he would always wear V-necks. So obviously, my brothers and I, that's all we wore, was V-necks. So then, I was like, alright, I think I got this. I can go away to college. So I went off to college, and things went pretty good. Sometimes I'd have to come home and get some encouragement, some tips from Nathaniel. He wasn't always willing to give us tips. So we'd ask him where he bought his cool new clothes, and he wouldn't tell us. So my brothers and I, we often, when we were hanging out at his apartment, we'd have to tackle him, kind of grab his tags and see where they were from. So pretty shortly after that, we no longer shop at Target. We're only at H&M now. So that's where the cool clothes are at now. So then after that, it was getting pretty good. I was feeling confident, so I went off to college, and I had met the love of my life, and then shortly after that, I got married. And Nathaniel, he was like, hey, I can't have this. Ethan's suddenly cooler than I am. This isn't going to fly. So, well, luckily for Nathaniel, he had Ellery in his life, and so he knew the cool thing to do was get engaged and marry her. So that's where we are now today. Nathaniel, it's getting close. So it seems like we're tied again. We may be about the same level of cool. So, but that's never going to work. So obviously kids are the next point. So we'll see what happens with that. So, no plans yet that I know of, but you never know. It could happen soon. So, but one fact still remains, and that is that Nathaniel is by far older than I am. And if we just look at him, he clearly isn't aging very well. So, I got that. So, there's hope for me, I think. I'm just hoping. So, here's to you, Nathaniel. I hope your friendship and your marriage is filled with as much coolness and adventure as our friendship has been.
Let me see.